The title Pontifex Maximus was the highest religious office in ancient Rome and held great importance throughout the history of the Roman Republic and later the Roman Empire. The phrase comes from Latin, where pontifex means priest or possibly bridge builder, and Maximus means greatest. This title symbolized a person who stood between the human world and the divine world, acting as a mediator who ensured harmony between people and the gods. In Roman belief, maintaining this balance was essential for the success, safety, and stability of the state. In early Roman society, religion was not separate from politics or daily life. Every important action, from declaring war to holding elections, required religious approval. The Pontifex Maximus was responsible for supervising all these religious matters. He ensured that rituals were performed correctly, prayers were said in the proper way, and sacred traditions were followed without error. Romans believed that even a small mistake in a ritual could anger the gods, so the accuracy and discipline enforced by the Pontifex Maximus were extremely important. One of the most powerful aspects of this role was control over the religious calendar. The Pontifex Maximus decided which days were sacred and which days were allowed for public activities such as legal trials or political meetings. By organizing time itself, he indirectly influenced the entire functioning of Roman society. If a day was declared religiously unsuitable, important decisions had to be delayed. This gave the Pontifex Maximus quiet but significant control over political life. The Pontifex Maximus also led the College of Pontiffs, a group of priests who managed different religious duties. He supervised other important religious figures, including the Vestal Virgins, who guarded the sacred fire of Rome. These priestesses followed strict rules, and the Pontifex Maximus had the authority to punish them if they broke their vows. This shows that his power extended beyond ceremonies into discipline and control within the religious system. Another key responsibility was the preservation of knowledge. The Pontifex Maximus kept official records of important events, religious laws, and traditions. In early Rome, religious law and civil law were closely connected, so his role influenced both areas. He helped define what was right and acceptable in society, making him not only a religious leader, but also a guardian of Roman customs and identity. Through this role, traditions were passed down carefully from one generation to the next. During the later Republic, the office became increasingly political. Powerful leaders began to seek the position because it brought both respect and influence. A well-known example is Julius Caesar, who became Pontifex Maximus in 63 BC. By holding this title, he strengthened his authority and gained control over important religious institutions. This shows how religion and politics in Rome were deeply connected and often supported each other. After the Republic ended and the Roman Empire began, emperors took control of the title. Emperors presented themselves as both political rulers and religious leaders by holding the position of Pontifex Maximus. This gave them complete authority over both the state and religious life. It also helped them appear as chosen or supported by the gods, which increased their legitimacy in the eyes of the people. The meaning of the title continued to evolve even after the fall of the Roman Empire. In later centuries, especially within Christianity, the term Pontifex Maximus was adopted in a different form. Today, it is sometimes used as a traditional title for the Pope, who leads the Roman Catholic Church. Although the religious system is very different, the idea of a highest spiritual authority remains similar. The deeper meaning of Pontifex Maximus is about connection and control. It represents the link between human life and divine power, but also the idea that religion can shape law, politics, and society. The person who held this title was not only responsible for rituals, but also for maintaining order, tradition, and belief across the entire Roman world. In a broader sense, the Pontifex Maximus shows how ancient societies understood power. Authority was not only about armies or laws, but also about religion and belief. The Romans believed that success came from respecting the gods, and the Pontifex Maximus was the one who ensured that this respect was maintained. His role reminds us that in ancient Rome, religion was not just personal, it was a central force that guided the entire state.